everyone, it's Sue. I hope you're all well. I'm here today to do a flip through of this journal that I've just completed. Excited to say that I am on Tsunami Rose design team. So thank you, Daisy, for the opportunity to use your beautiful printables. So I just wanted to share what I've done. I will link down below all the printables that I've used so you can actually go and see them. Go and check out Daisy's website. She's got some amazing printables. Now, her printables, I absolutely love them, and I love how she puts them all together, and they're probably a little bit brighter than what I would normally use, but I have used them in the past. I've bought them and I've used them. I love using them. So I've done something a little bit different for me this time. So you will see when I show you this. I've just got a closure here of some sari silk, and I've just tied it in a bow and just wrapped it around. I've just done a scallop detail here. So I've used this fabric here as the inside cover as well. Okay. Now so the bulk of the main printable that I've used in the journal is her newest one, which is Ambrosia In Vogue. So it's got hummingbirds and butterflies throughout it. So what I've done is I had some fabric which had these butterflies, and I have fussy cut them out, and I've sewn them. Hopefully you can see. I've actually sewn them to the cover. They've got all, when I've sewn down their bodies, I've left the threads for antenna. So they're all loose. You can see there. And then that's the back. Okay. And then I've got, I've sewn a vine from one corner to the other. I'll open it up, probably will be easier. And you can see there. So that's what the journal cover looks like. And then I've hand sewn for texture. I have hand sewn some beautiful wool felt leaves in various greens going on there. Okay, so that's the cover. All right, well, I'll sit down and I'll get into it and just go through it with you. So once again, Tsunami Rose. So I will put her Daisy's website down below. Please go and check her printables out, and I will also put a link to the printables that I've used in here. All right, let's get into it. Let me just make sure I've got camera. So these beautiful collage sheets are from the Ambrosia In Vogue kit. Okay, so I've just made a pocket, sewn a ruffle there using this fabric. Just got one of the cutouts, Tim Holtz dies, I think they are, for tucks, just a library card. This is one of Daisy's older printables that I've had for a while. Just pop that in there. And this is also a printable. It's the pink. I'm just trying to have a bit of a look here. I have got print lined journal papers in pink, number 52 this is. So I've got a die to make these little paper sacks. So I've used those papers to do that. And then on the inside I've just added some die cuts that I've cut out of manila folder, craft cardstock, and some coffee dyed card, just so that you can use them throughout the journal if you so wish, whoever wishes to buy this once I've got it up for sale. Okay, so this is one of the beautiful collage sheets in the kit. I just think that nothing much needs to be done to them at all. They're beautiful. Just on a ruffle here, and I've added a bulb pin with some of those little tags that can be taken off and used as well. It's a tiny little circular one there as well. I've got coffee dyed paper throughout. I've got some tags that I've put in there, and I've used that sari silk there again. This is one of the little envelopes and a little card. Now on the back of the cards I normally have coffee dyed paper, so this is where I thought I'd do something a little bit different for me. I've actually put so there's 3 different colors of watercolor that I've used. So I've backed everything with watercolor paper, and I've put complementary colors on the back, so you can still journal on there, but it brings that color into it as well. I didn't want everything to be coffee stained on the back. So I've got green, like a light red, and a yellow. You'll see that throughout. Okay, now I'll just put this back in. Everything's stitched and threads hanging. They can be cut off if you like. This is just another little packet, seed packet that was in the kit. I've just done it as a tuck. This is beautiful postcard printables, pink roses I think they are, postcard collection. So as you see, I've watercolored on the back there as well. Been dying to use, I love this yellow, I think it's legal paper. I found a pad and I've been dying to use it, so I think it goes perfectly with these colors in here. This is just another, this is an envelope that I've made out of, I've just printed on photocopy paper, and I've just cut it out and put it together myself. It's just one of the printables, and I've just got another postcard there that I've tucked underneath the flap. So this is the printable sheet that I've done. I've just put one of the little ephemera pieces there, just made a little cluster and added a couple of little journaling cards in that tuck. On the inside, I've just got some writing paper, and I've just torn a piece of one of the collage sheets and just put it on there for decoration. And just tuck that over the page. And I don't know where I put the paper clip now. Here it is. So I've got varying sizes of paper throughout the journal as well. So this is one of those tucks that I like to use. I've just cut that out of cardstock there, I've just printed the printable onto a heavier weight cardstock and then just cut that out. And this is some rose journaling cards from Daisy as well. So I've really enjoyed the watercolor side of things. I love water. I love playing with watercolor, so it was good to be able to use that. So you can see this is got a little bit of a stain on it. So I've got a lightly stained sheet of paper that I have scanned at some stage. So what I've done is I've put that through the printer first, and then I've put it through again and printed the paper, the pink printable lined paper through again, so you can sort of make it a little bit more vintage looking. And then did the other side with lines. Okay. So this is from the Vintage Crochet Big Folder File set. I'm not sure of the number, but I will, as I said, I will put that all in the link in the description below. And I've just used it as a page, put it in there, and I've just added a journaling card on there as well. So there's lots of space to add photos, or you could even, if you wanted to, you could glue that down and have it as a pocket. So as I said, I don't think these need much doing to it because they're just beautiful on their own, but I've just added one of the fabric ruffles that I made from the leftover fabric here. This is just a smaller sheet of coffee dye paper that I've done, and I've added one of those Tim Holtz slotted dies onto a piece of card, and then I've just added all these different size tags that can be taken out and used as well. And the Ambrosia In Vogue, this was on one of the ephemera sheets, and I've just backed it with some fabric, sewn around it, and just popped that on the front. And then I've also made that a pocket at the back and popped these pieces in. So this was just a piece of paper left from one of these sheets, and I've just cut it down to a journaling card size. Once again, I haven't added anything to it because I don't think it needs it. And that just pops in the top there. Okay. I've just done a pocket here, and in the pocket, same thing again. I had bits and pieces left over from the sheets that I'd printed out, so I just didn't want to make a tag and cut too much of the hummingbird off. So I've just made it into a larger 4x6 journaling card. And same thing, you can decorate these if you like. I just wanted to leave them as they were. And this is one of the butterflies from that fabric. I've sewn around it again, and I've just stuck it to the front of this envelope and left some of the wings flapping there. You can see I've got the antenna there as well. This is also one of Daisy's sheets, and inside this coffee dyed envelope I've just added some of her labels, vintage label, black and white labels I think they are, and I've printed them onto coffee dyed paper. So they're always handy to have for when you're journaling, putting dates on and sticking them to your page. Once again, just another piece that I've had left over, and I've just made it into a larger journaling card. Just, can you hear that rain? It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just a little ruffle. So there's lots and lots of space for journaling. You'll see why there is a bow there in a minute. Some lovely transfer there from the lace doilies. So I've just done a fabric tag here and stamped this hummingbird on there, so it goes with the theme of the journal, and a little bit of a ruffle there. This can be taken off and used elsewhere if you like, or you can add extra pieces to this. So it's sort of like a fabric flip that you can remove if you like. Another piece that I had left over, and I made a belly band. I've just backed it with some fabric, so with more use this will fray over time. And I just found this when I was cleaning up. I think it's an old Kaisercraft library pocket and card, and it matches so well with this kit, so I just thought I'd pop that in there. That can be stuck anywhere throughout the journal. Another tag there, and then I just made another envelope. There's nothing in that one, but you can pop some paper, photos, bits and pieces in there as well. I've had so much fun with this kit. I've been eyeing it off for a little while actually, so I was very excited to get on the design team and actually be able to use it and have a real good play around with it. I'm really happy with the outcome, to be honest. So this is just another one of those double tags that I hinge and put in the journal. And this is just a little pocket, ephemera pocket from one of the sheets. And I've just made this little, so this is a round out of one of the sheets as well. And I've just sewn them, and then I've just made a little concertina journal. So you put some little thoughts in there or affirmations and hide them away. I can tie the bow. And that just sits in there. So I've used some cranberry seam binding, you'll see as well throughout. It just matches in with the colours. So this was already a pre-made little envelope, and I've just done a little, I've covered it on the back with one of the printables and brought that around, and then just done a little cluster. And then on the inside I have just added a couple of pieces for journaling. And then I've just clipped that onto the top there. I had lots of little bits and pieces left over out of the collage sheets that I printed off. So I got my Tim Holtz Wildflowers #1 die, I think this is, and just cut a few out, and I've just done a little collage here. So there's still plenty of room to journal. I've just added a ruffle and one of Daisy's printed tags there as well, printed labels. I've left the center just using one of those beautiful collage sheets, and then on the strings I've actually put a Tim Holtz charm. It says Imagine, and that just hangs out the bottom of the journal. Okay. This one is just so what I've done is I've done coffee dyed card on the front. I have backed it with watercolor paper that I have colored, and then I've just made a little wraparound tag which you can journal on there as well. So that's just made out of one of the printables as well. And then I've, with the leftover bits and those wildflower dies, I've cut out some wildflowers and just done a very plain, I just wanted these to be the feature, just a plain cluster of florals there and a little label. So this is one of Daisy's labels as well. And that just wraps around that way and then just ties up in a bow. I will come back and do that. Just another one of those little paper sacks. I've just added a little ruffle there, and in this one I have cut out quite a few bits and pieces. I'm just trying to see if I've got a little list here. They are black and white vintage inspired mini labels, I am pretty sure. So I've got all different numbers and catalogue numbers established, all that sort of thing. So they're really cute. And I've just done them onto tea dyed paper. Card, I mean. So they're a cardstock weight. This is another one of those vintage crochet big folder files, and I've actually sewn it up, and then I have put it in with some vintage type, you can see the color there, sticky tape. Okay, so on the inside I have some more beautiful rose journaling cards and one of those beautiful rose postcards. And on the back I've put another one of those Tim Holtz slotted dies, and I've just cut out of some of the papers and cardstock that I was using. I've just cut out, I've got a punch that cuts out this shape label, so I've just put some of those in there randomly to use. A couple of little bits of ephemera that this one I've backed with craft cardstock. Another little journaling card there. And then I made it a pocket at the back as well, so we have another little journaling card as well. One of these hinged tags again, and with just one of the beautiful little envelopes. Okay, this is just another little file folder that I found in my stash. I think it was a Kaiser Craft one as well, and it had a word up here on the tab. I can't remember what it was, but it didn't sort of go with the journal so much, so I've just put a little bit of sari silk over there. Another one of Tsunami Roses tags, and I cut the butterfly out of one of the collage sheets, and I've just left it a bit 3D there. And then on the inside I just have another piece of ephemera. This is just another tag from one of the collage sheets. So they're just beautiful on their own, I think. I just love them. Nice transfer there. This is just another one of those fabric tags. So butterflies and hummingbirds are the theme. So I've just added that there. You can take it out, put it throughout the journal elsewhere if you want to, or you can leave it there or take it out, use it somewhere else. And then, so just sort of to make, so the bow doesn't get tied through and tear the paper, I've just put some eyelets in there. So here's another one of those tags. So I've just done it on plain coffee dyed cardstock, and then done a tag wrap. So I've just done that out of a piece of the collage paper. You can journal in there. And then I've just done this on your coffee dyed card, backed it with some watercolored paper, and then just done a little cluster of those wildflower stems and a little ruffle. This one here didn't cut out so well, unfortunately, but I still thought it was okay to use. Looks okay. So I'll pop that in there. I'll go back and fix that up. So another one of those big file folders. This time I've sewn it up and just left it clipped in, and we've just got some journaling cards in here. Some of those beautiful rose journaling cards. So they've all got the colour on the back. Let's pop that in there. That's the back end of that one. Just a pocket. Same thing, I've just put there's nothing in this one, just another one of those little paper sacks. And then just another little envelope that I've made with one of those collage sheets. Another tuck. And some little bits of ephemera. One of those postcards. Beautiful seed packet. And then a tag. And we're at the back. So this is just the back pocket. This is another one of those paper sacks. This one I've got tabs. I had some bits left over, so I cut some whale tail tabs out, and then these were tabs that were left over out of the kit, and I've just cut them out and popped them in there as well, so they can be added throughout the journal. One of those beautiful rose journaling cards, and this is another just leftover piece of one of the printables, and I've just added it to some watercolor paper. Okay, so that is it. I had so much fun putting that together. I hope you all like that, and please go over and check out Daisy's website. As I said, I'll put all the information down below, and I hope you really enjoyed that journal as much as I did putting it together. It's fun, it's different. I mean, it's fairly, the cover's relatively plain, but it's all, once you get into the journal, it all makes sense. So All right, I'm going to leave it with you guys. Thank you once again, Daisy, for the opportunity, and I will see you again soon. Take care, and until next time, I hope you get a little bit of crafting time in. Bye-bye.